Welcome, one and all, to the Anime Classroom. Today we have Sailor Moon, the anime that made the magical girl genre popular. One could say that this was the original magical anime from a certain point of view. This currently is my fifth favorite anime of all time, particularly the original series, the 90s series to be exact. The original series has great comedy and a different bad guy from week to week with an overarching story that culminates towards the end of the season. The Sailor Moon revolves around five main characters, and I guess you could say seven if you include the cats too. You got Artemis and Luna, which acts as guides. You got Sailor Moon, or in English, Sharina, who is the main character, who is a big klutz in this anime and a lovable protagonist. You got Mars, who is kind of like thorny on the outside. You got Jupiter, who is mostly a tomboy and knows a lot of karate. You got Mercury, who is soft and sweet and everyone's favorite. And then you got Venus, which is my favorite, who has a lot of like self-responsibility. And later on, you get a lot more characters like Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, Winnie, and so much more. Saturn. I mean, who can forget the one that can blow up a planet? Am I right? So, again, this series focuses on a lot of comedy, a lot of action, a lot of girly stuff too. I mean, it is a magical girl, but this is like magical girl anime at its peak. I highly recommend Sailor Moon. You can't get much better than the original series. I have to give it a 9.7. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because there are some flaws and a lot of fillers, but again, the original series is a 9.7. Sailor Moon does continue beyond the original series. There was a lot of complaints that the original series did not follow the manga all the way, and to that I have to say, they are exactly correct. It did not follow the the manga. However, the one that truthfully follows the manga is Sailor Moon Crystal. It came out in 2012, and I do have to say the original series is better. Now, Crystal has a lot of great things going, and I know a lot of the voice actresses that play the English roles in Crystal. So, like Chermi Lee, who plays Asuna, I know her pretty well. And there's some other ones like Christina V, who plays Mars, I know. So it's still, Crystal's still good, but they really amp up the girly stuff. A lot of the things that didn't make sense in the original series, which again, there's not a lot, but it makes way more sense in Crystal. But I feel like Crystal's execution and the animation is a lot lower than the original 90s series. The 90s series is something just to... It was a classic. For me, it made anime into what I love. And to tell you the truth, without Sailor Moon, I might not have gotten into anime at all. It's a great series. Highly recommend it once again. If this sounds a little bit like Ladybug, don't worry. I totally agree with you. In fact, I think Ladybug is 100% based on Sailor Moon. It's a more kid version of Sailor Moon. Ladybug focuses on negative emotions, and again, Sailor Moon focuses on negative emotions. That's how the bad guys use ordinary citizens and turn them into monsters. Same with Ladybug. So like I said, a lot of things have been influenced by Sailor Moon. And it was one on the original Toonami. It was one of the original ones that came to America on Toonami, and it was aired at 4:30 every day. But like I said, if you're a long-time anime watcher or just a new one, I highly recommend the 90s series. It gets worse as the newer Sailor Moons are far worse than anything that you see in the original 90s. So anything that makes you cringe, like maybe you saw the Netflix movie on Sailor Moon Cosmos. I know that made me cringe. And I am a Sailor Moon fan, and it made me cringe. So, like I said, the original series of Sailor Moon is fantastic. Highly recommend it. And that is all I have today on the Anime Classroom.